Welcome, once again, to Noggin Knowledge, your go-to place for unraveling the fascinating world of human behavior, emotions, and mental processes. We're here to light up the neurons in your brain with intriguing insights and practical wisdom. Today, we're turning the spotlight on the concept of a high-value person. You've probably heard this term bandied about in self-improvement circles, and maybe even wondered what it's all about. Is it about wealth, fame, power? Not quite. Being high value is all about possessing certain traits that elevate our character, enhance our interactions, and empower us to lead a fulfilling life. In the next few minutes, we'll be diving headfirst into this intriguing topic. We'll be exploring the traits that define a high-value person, why they matter, and most importantly, how we can cultivate them in ourselves. Ever heard of the saying, treat others how you want to be treated? Well, it starts with self-respect. Self-respect is the cornerstone of a high-value personality. It's an inner compass that guides us to treat ourselves with kindness, understanding, and fairness. It's about recognizing our worth and not allowing anyone, including ourselves, to diminish it. But how do we cultivate this vital trait? First, it starts with self-awareness. Recognize your strengths, acknowledge your weaknesses, and embrace your uniqueness. You are one of a kind, and that's your superpower. Second, set personal boundaries. Know what you can tolerate and what you can't, and communicate these limits clearly and assertively. Third, practice self-care. It's not just about bubble baths and yoga sessions. It's about nurturing your body, mind, and spirit in ways that make you feel fulfilled and rejuvenated. And lastly, forgive yourself. We all make mistakes, and that's part of being human. Learn from them, but don't let them define you. Remember, self-respect is not just about how you see yourself, but also how you show up in the world. Integrity isn't just for superheroes. It's for every person striving to be high value. Imagine it as the backbone of character, a steadfast commitment to a set of values, uncompromising, unyielding, and unwavering. It's the trait that makes you reliable in the eyes of others, and it's the trait that allows you to look at yourself in the mirror with respect. Think about people like Mahatma Gandhi or Martin Luther King Jr., who remained true to their principles, even when life threw its hardest punches. They stood tall, unbroken, because they knew their integrity was their true strength. So, how can you uphold your integrity? It starts with being honest with others, and more importantly, honest with yourself. It's about making promises you can keep and keeping the promises you make. It's about standing up for what's right, even when it's hard, even when no one is watching. Remember, integrity isn't about perfection. We all make mistakes. We all have those moments of weakness. But it's how you respond to those moments that show your true character. Do you admit your mistake and learn from it, or do you try to cover it up? Integrity is about being true to your word and standing up for what's right. It's about showing the world and yourself that you are a person of value, a person of worth. Responsibility is like exercise. It might be tough, but it's the only way to become stronger. You see, responsibility is the stepping stone to personal growth and success. It's not just about owning up to our actions, but also about taking charge of our lives, our choices, and ultimately, our destiny. Imagine responsibility as a muscle. The more you exercise it, the stronger it becomes. The stronger it becomes, the more capable you are of lifting the heavy weights in life. It's about being accountable for your actions, your decisions, your successes, and yes, your failures too. Taking responsibility means understanding that you are the architect of your life. Every choice you make, every step you take, shapes your future. So how can you take more responsibility in your life? Start by setting clear goals, making conscious choices, and accepting the outcomes, good or bad. If you stumble, don't blame circumstances or others. Instead, learn from it and grow. And when you succeed, recognize the role your actions played in that success. By doing this, you are not only taking control of your life, but also paving the way for personal growth and success. Remember, responsibility is the price of freedom and the cornerstone of maturity. Ambition is the fuel that drives high-value individuals to achieve their goals. It's that burning desire to improve, to reach higher, to stretch beyond what's comfortable. But ambition isn't about recklessly chasing after every shiny opportunity. It's about setting meaningful, purposeful goals and pursuing them with tenacity. Think of ambition as your personal GPS. It's the system that guides you, that keeps you on track when the road gets bumpy or the way forward seems unclear. Without ambition, we can easily drift aimlessly, pulled this way and that by the currents of life. But how do we cultivate healthy ambition? Start by setting ambitious yet achievable goals. These should be goals that stretch you, that push you to grow, but they shouldn't be so far out of reach that they feel impossible. And remember, these goals can and should evolve as you do. Next, develop a plan of action. Ambition without action is just a daydream. Break your goals down into manageable steps and tackle them one at a time. Finally, cultivate resilience. The path to achieving your goals won't always be smooth, but if you can learn to see setbacks as opportunities for growth rather than obstacles, you'll be well on your way. So set your sights high and let your ambition lead you. Empathy is not just about understanding others, it's about connecting with them on a deeper level. Imagine standing in someone else's shoes, feeling their joy, their sorrow, their hopes, and their fears. This is the essence of empathy, a trait that's at the heart of a high-value person. Empathy fosters understanding, promotes compassion, and builds strong, meaningful relationships. It's the invisible thread that binds us together, allowing us to share in the experiences of others. It's this ability to feel and share emotions that makes us human, and it's what makes high-value individuals stand out. But how can we cultivate this trait? It starts with active listening. When we truly listen to others, not just with our ears, but with our hearts, we open the door to empathy. We begin to understand their perspective, their emotions, and their experiences. Next, practice putting yourself in someone else's place. Try to feel what they're feeling, see what they're seeing. This requires imagination and emotional intelligence, but with time and practice, it becomes second nature. Remember, empathy is not a destination, but a journey. It's about growing, learning, and connecting with others in a meaningful way. Empathy is the bridge that connects hearts, so let's build more bridges. So, we've talked about the 5 traits that make a high-value person. Let's briefly recap. Self-respect, the cornerstone of personal dignity. Integrity, the backbone of character that shapes our actions. Responsibility, teaching us to own our decisions and actions. Ambition, the inner compass that guides us toward our goals. And finally, empathy, the heart and soul of human connection. Each trait on its own is a beacon of personal growth, but together, they create the blueprint for becoming a high-value person. Remember, these aren't boxes to check off on a list, but facets of your character to develop and enrich over time. Life has a way of throwing curveballs, and it's in these moments that our true value shines through. So, take this knowledge and use it as a compass on your journey of personal growth. Remember, becoming a high-value person is a journey, not a destination. So, keep learning, growing, and striving for the best version of yourself. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more insight into the fascinating world of human behavior. Until next time, this is Noggin Knowledge, signing off.